Hi. Okay, today I want to talk about body image. Earlier this semester, we talked about the gendered body and what constitutes feminine versus masculine and why we have to fit into these strict roles. And for a while now, it's been really important how we look to other people. And it's not just how we think of ourselves, it's what are society standards and how can we reach them as easily as possible. So, what is masculine and what is feminine? Personally, I don't like the whole idea of gendered bodies. The fact that you have to look one way and you won't be accepted if you don't is just kind of ridiculous. I truly just wish everyone could be themselves and no one really had a problem. But for some reason, our generation and many other generations before us have a problem with being open-minded and only think that the things they were taught is the only thing that can ever pass. For some reason, American culture, everyone feels the need to group and label things, and for some reason this is a pretty big one. It's basically an obsession. People will freak out if you don't fit into what is normal. But since that's not the case, let's talk about gendered body expectations. There are pretty specific expectations for being feminine these days. Long hair, big boobs, big butt, curves but skinny, long hair if I didn't already say that, being tan, nice teeth, and it's just strange because people can tell you that, oh, they like long hair, so someone can get extensions. Oh no, extensions are fake, that doesn't work. People want to be tan, but if they're not naturally tan or do it on the sun, it's not okay either. People will work out and try and become more fit, and then some people will say, well, you're working out too much, that's not very feminine. And people try and gain muscle, be fit, be strong, and people will say, it's not very feminine, you look like a man, you're gaining muscles like a man, that's not what women are supposed to do. For masculinity, tall, muscular, tan, nice smile, thick hair. Guys can go to the gym and other guys will look at them weird because they're not as muscular as one of the most muscular guys. If you don't have very thick hair and your parents didn't have very thick hair, you can sometimes lose your hair very early on. And if you try and get that treated, oh no, that's weird. Not everyone can fit to these standards. Most people can't. People and bodies that are African American or of Afro-American descent don't have the same type of bodies of people that are from the Asian culture. Girls and guys that are white do not have the same body types as people that are Hispanic. So why is it that we only have one ideal image for each sex gender and not everyone can fit it? People with really tall parents aren't going to have a daughter that's really short. Curves aren't presented on every girl the same because of differing body heights, genetics, just general body weight doesn't look the same. Guys don't gain the same muscle mass that other guys can. Yet in our society, people see this ideal image and still think it's possible that everyone can get it, and it's just not. If you're from a different culture or a different ethnicity than a lot of people around you, there are different expectations for that culture. And how your body looks in America versus where you're originally from or where your family's from, it doesn't always line up. Some people are truly desperate to fit into this ideal image and masculine only or feminine only and don't want to be anywhere in between. Hormones, steroids, dietary supplements, starvation, surgery, these are all actions that people will take just for this purpose. The society that tells us what the ideal image is and what we are supposed to look like is taking over our lives. Personally, I've struggled with being overweight for a lot of my life, and there was a point when in senior year I lost a bunch of weight, I ate really healthy, I worked out, and coming to college I just gained it all back. And I'm not trying to make an excuse, but that just happens to people sometimes. And I will look at people around me and say, well, why can't I have that body? Why isn't that me? I'm like, wow, what did you do? Tell me your secret. As if losing weight the healthy way is easy and quick. And I know for a fact that I'm not the only girl that does this. My friends around me do it. I see girls that I don't even know do it, comment on other people's posts about when they lose weight. They're always just like, please, I want your body, trade me, please. Tell me what you did, tell me your secret. Body image is one of the leading causes behind depression in girls. Anorexia nervosa, bulimia, binge and purge eating disorders, and other eating disorders have comorbidity with depression quite often. The struggle between wanting to be sexually appealing still for guys and also be happy with ourselves is insane. We're being tugged 1,000 different ways in 1,000 different directions in our lives already. Adding this to the list just doesn't make sense. The traditional way of a world of be a man or male dominant structure can cause boys and men to have serious body image issues too. When we think of an actor, they're fit. When we think of an authority figure, they're respectable because they're fit, they're chiseled, they're smart, or at least that's how we want them to be. That's how they're portrayed in movies and TV shows, right? There are many cases of men going in to get breast reduction surgery because it's embarrassing or abnormal, or that's what the doctors tell them. They push them to do this, or bullies push them to do this. Their parents might think it's weird. Looking at social media in the past few years, even before then, you see the addition of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of these social media sites that include posting pictures of ourselves or posting pictures of our friends or looking at pictures of other people. And lately, I've seen an increase in people doing bikini competitions, trying to lose weight, lifting competitions, bodybuilding. I don't think there's anything wrong with the people doing these. Personally, I know a lot of people that have done it and they've succeeded, and I do think it's really cool, but how far are these people willing to go to show that they've lost the weight, they've gained the muscle mass for this post on social media or for the trophy? Some people have the unrealistic expectations about how far they can go in this competition. It can lead to over-excessive exercise, starvation, steroid use, numerous things. Even though this route is definitely a lot healthier than people that eat fast food every day, they do make drastic changes and they could go about it the wrong way. It could be a reason that some of these people do have serious body image issues because they're looking at the people in the competition with them and they're like, well, I'm so close, I can look like her or look like him. Now, why are we so adamant on fitting our bodies into this ideal image of the perfect body? Why are there 7 billion people in the world and everyone wants to look like a select few actresses, models, actors, singers? Well, of course, there's numerous reasons. For example, there are research studies showing that attractive people get farther in life, they're more successful. They're favored in career paths. They're approached more often, they have desirable characteristics, people just want to be them. People often get hired because of how they look, so yeah, why wouldn't we want to be attractive like them? And it really shouldn't work this way, it's not really fair, but it does. Related to all of this makes me think of something my mom used to tell me that I'll probably never forget and take to heart sometimes. She said, men are so lucky they get better looking when they get older. I find this very relatable to the real world because I look around at our society and men do get praised when they get older. You see it in typical movie affairs. Men will go through like a middle-age crisis, but then they'll find that a younger woman still wants to be with them. They accentuate their peppered hair look, and if you go into a haircutting place, it's plastered on posters of the pepper hair look. You don't really see many posters of older women in haircutting places. They become more masculine, more chiseled. But when women get older, more body image issues occur. More makeup, more plastic or cosmetic surgery, more hair dye jobs for sure, more clothes that cover wrinkles and curves and maternal chubbiness. Now, we could honestly argue over why there is masculine and feminine for quite a while, but this is what it is. And what if you don't fit one? What are you? Are you androgynous? Are you confused? I don't know. But all I know is that we shouldn't have only two strict, very categories that we have to fit ourselves into. Basically, what I'm saying is that the ideal body image needs to change pretty soon.